Well, hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the Hot Talk, the podcast where we explore many dimensions of love and connection in our lives. Well, today we're shining a light on one of the most cherished forms of love, which is friendship. Like, do you have any friends out there? Shout out to all my friends. Well, I am your host, Jerry, and with me in studio, I also have some friends. Who are these guys? Please tell us your names.
Well, I'm called Jedida Esther.
Forgetting her name was Suza, but it's also her name.
Oh, why?
And I'm also Louis Philip. That's my name. I think you can also add on Kalinzi. And I'm glad to have you guys back. This is the Hot Talk Show. Today, it's friends.
Well, Susa, tell us something.
Come on, what do you want to hear? I have so many friends. I can't wait to talk about all the good and the bad.
There's also the bad.
Oh, so many.
Well, yeah, friendship is a unique bond that can bring immense joy, support, understanding, but it can also bring its own set of challenges and complexities. And well, in this episode, we're going to delve into the heart of what makes friendship meaningful, the trials that we face, and how we evolve over time. Well, join us as we hear from individuals, Louis and Jedida, who share their personal stories about friendship. Those who have experienced the highs and wavering support. Like, these guys have well, they are friends, I'm sure. Are you guys friends, by the way?
Yeah, very, very
We
much so.
are.
I know you're going to share your own side of the
Well,
story.
my dear listeners, today we're going to explore how friendships shape our identities and influence our emotional well-being. It is a very serious thing.
Emotional well-being.
Emotional well-being. But today, we're going to start this. But wait, how was your day, guys? How was your day?
I woke up on some bad dream and then some annoying phone call. Just know my day didn't start well. But during the day, I think it went well. Yeah, it went well.
Wow, was the phone call from a friend?
Oh, no, it wasn't from a friend. It was from an ex.
That's okay.
What is ex by
What's
that?
an ex? You know,
Ex.
exes can turn into friends.
What are
at
those
some
things?
point.
Like, is it?
What are those things? Come on,
Eh.
you know those stuff.
Eh? Like, Wallan, what?
I still don't understand.
I
You
don't
guys
know.
are big.
Mama, I don't know. You tell me. Like, what is that? Like, this is what? It is
Ex-boyfriend.
you mean you people are dirty. You people are doing those things.
Those bad things.
Not those bad stuff.
Okay, so tell us more. What happened?
Well, he was calling me and
He missed you.
yeah.
Bambi.
Tell
I
us
thought
more.
I would never hear his voice again. Forgetting there was one number I didn't block.
It's not good to block
But why
friends.
Yeah,
would you
it's not good
block
to
your
block,
friend?
but to get some peace of mind, I had to first block him for some time before unblocking again.
I think it's going to be a very good
I
topic
don't,
within that.
I don't permanently block. I temporarily block.
So
At least he checked on you.
so this guy was your guy.
Yeah, he was.
So he calls you in the morning. But was it really annoying? Really?
Yeah, he interrupted my sleep. Do you know how valuable my sleep is?
As in, he was trying
Just
to
check on you.
check on you
You didn't want
My
him to check
sleep. He already knows I don't like being disturbed in the
in the
morning.
morning.
like, he knows you.
He just knows her.
Okay, Louis, how was your day?
My day, as usual, begins with waking up. And I thank God, by the way, people, it's something very amazing to wake up in the morning and everything on you is working. So I woke up as usual, had breakfast, moved around home. I'd late to come to school, moved around, but I'm glad I finally made it. Traffic was a problem. I thank God I survived the jam. Mine. Okay, there's a lot. The morning was so nice. The
Mhm.
day was getting great. And the day's ending even better. I'm talking about friends. I mean, and I'm with the best people I can ever be with.
Aya. So for you didn't receive any call?
And me.
No, he has his girl.
Hey,
He has to tell us.
Manya, you guys are doing things. Why don't
sweet.
you think that for illness?
That would be a story of another day.
Today is the day.
That would be a story of another day.
So you didn't receive any calls?
Man, today I woke up stress free.
Yeah. Anyways. I like what I'm hearing. Well, today is about to be. I can't wait. Man, I've been in the background like, yo, I've been streaming these things. But today I was like, you know what? Producer Jerry, I'm coming on set.
And today's guy has stories to tell. I mean,
Lots
you guys,
of
you
them.
wait.
But anyway, let's dive into this. We're going to have some fun together. Well, to start with, we're going to, like, from the grassroots. We're going to talk about the grassroots. Like, when you're starting to build a house, what do you start with?
Foundation.
Exactly.
How begin the foundation?
Brains.
Yeah.
I mean, how can't start? It's a foundation, of course, definitely. Yeah.
This guy has some brains. Anyway, I'm liking this. We're gonna start with the foundations of friendship. Like, what qualities do you believe are essential for a strong friendship? Like, me personally, if I choose my friends, like, there are certain qualities I look at. Like, you don't just become my friend. Well, there are those, okay, there are categories in this. There are those that are just my friend, like, yo, we come and we be like, yo, what's up? How is it? But there's that inner circle. For you to enter that inner circle, my God, there are qualities.
Yeah.
So, my listeners, today we are going to talk about the foundation of friendship, talk about the qualities of our friends, manya, these things. Do you know there are true friends and those that are not true friends?
Oh, so very.
We are
so
going to
very
talk
true.
about those guys.
And those
that,
who lie.
they are,
Those are
Yes.
the false
they even
ones.
know.
The hypocritic ones.
And you think they are real friends.
No, of course they are not.
But
we are,
sometimes you think
we are
blinded.
also going to talk about all those things.
Can't
So-
wait, because you guys, I have a list of characteristics. I'm going to report you, all of you people, because
Be
you
careful.
break our hearts so much. Okay, you
They'll
wait.
shoot you on your way home.
So, Louis,
Yeah,
what are
man.
some of the qualities of a good friend?
Well, the journey of making a friend is always a tough one.
Mm.
But looking at the best person to make first of all, I thank God for helping me make the right friends. It just happens that I always fall in the right league. But the biggest quality for me I've found is a person who, well, there's a bigger quality, but the quality that comes next is a person who cares. Truly cares. I mean, in time of trouble, a person is there for you. Quality is something massive. Care. I mean, you can really be a friend. You stand in for me when I'm not around. But before I make a very good friend, if I make a friend, I can. It's something very, very diverse. Asuza, what do you have?
About friends?
Yeah.
What I really consider when I'm making friends.
Mm.
Well, it's kind of broad because I'm very open to anyone.
Mm.
Because, seriously,
Then how does one get into your inner circle?
into my inner circle, they have to understand my nature.
To understand you.
Yeah, they have to understand me. Because there's no way you're going to start telling me to change. I know I'm stubborn. You can't start telling me to change.
You've come into my life. You
Uh-huh.
blend in with me.
Just understand how I behave. And I understand how you behave and we move on.
And we move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Manya, I
That's
hear behavior things. But anyway, me, what I want to listen more is X. But anyway,
Another day.
want me to be
anyways,
killed for
anyways,
you?
anyways, my guys, who is a true friend? Who's a true friend? Like, who's a true friend? I've always been, yeah, and I'm thinking, me personally, who is a true friend? First tell me, who is a true friend?
Dear friend. And when I think of a friend, hey, there's a person I know as a very, very great friend. He's a person who is able to give his life for his friends. That will be a story of another day. For a friend, yes, using his example, a friend is a person who is there for you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
A person who is at your side.
Yeah, that person who even calls you in the morning just to check on
just
you.
to check on
Just
you.
to check on
Don't
you.
put it on me.
Like, just to check on
That's
you.
not on you. It's
bad.
just someone
Do you
cares
think
enough
it's
to call.
possible for your ex to turn into your friend, like after a few days?
A few days, it's possible. I don't know.
So you guys just broke up a few days. Eh?
Okay.
I don't think it's possible.
But anyway, who's a true friend?
I think a true friend is someone who comes through for you.
Coming through for you.
Coming through. for
Yeah.
you.
Both emotionally, financially. Well, financially, not. They don't really have to, you know.
Be there.
Yeah, but as long as they show you support, they show that they care. I think that's very important.
Okay.
In the recent past, how have you experienced the love from a true friend? Remember this show, we talk about love, we talk about everything surrounding love, and today we're looking at friendship. And so please tell us that point where you felt like, okay, this guy was actually my friend.
Well, I have one of my recent pasts. Yeah, you guys all remember the Chambogo ball?
Yeah.
Or did you go?
I
You
didn't go.
stayed home. You're good kids.
I'm not a party person, but okay.
So I went for the ball, and yeah, it was vibe, all that. I met this guy. He just came to me. He started talking to me. And, well, I think I had allowed any kind of person to come into my life, and I let things just flow like that. So he started talking to me. Bambi, I served my number. I wanted to, make connections and all that. I didn't want to limit myself because, things can happen in the future where you maybe need that person again. That was my thinking by then. So we met the next, after 2 days, yeah, we met. We talked. That's when I became vulnerable to him. I judged him, some part of my family life and all that. We had really bonded, and
In a matter of a few days.
this guy, eh? So after all that talk, so he was like, I need to go to the offices and sign up for something, I think. He didn't give me much detail about it. So I waited for him from kind of near the basketball pitch.
Oh, Chambogo University.
Yeah. And it was around 7 now. It was 7. And heavy clouds had started coming, and it was now starting to drizzle. He said he'll be back after 5 minutes. I wanted to escort him to the offices, since he was like, I'll be back after 5 minutes. Why don't I just wait outside the offices? And
Kumbe.
he was just looking for an escape route.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did to the guy. But this guy, he left me there, and it started raining.
And you didn't know when he's coming back. Just saw time moving.
This guy
Uh-huh.
left me there. He left me there.
First, like, how?
I waited for him from near the pitch. Yeah, I waited for him. And I thought that he would come back. Silly me. So I waited, and he didn't come back. I walked to the gate, and I waited. He still didn't come back. So it was more than 30 minutes.
Waiting of 5 minutes.
Yeah,
What if
became
you-
30.
There is some movie. Now this is getting like there's some movie I watched. Okay, not a movie, a clip of a movie. So this guy takes this girl to the, I think it was a train station. He's supposed to pick her up, but then he gives her money. He's like, "I'm going to make a phone call." This girl was really unsettled. I think they were more than friends. So this guy walks out. He goes, and this girl sits. She first stands and waits. She stands like she just stands, doesn't look anywhere. She just stands and waits. Then as she's standing, time passes. Almost hours are passing. Minutes pass. Hours pass, and before you know it, she wants to sit. By that time, it was like 2 hours had already passed. She sat down. The day closed.
What?
And she was still waiting. When they asked her, the security guards came and like, "Who am I waiting for?" "I'm waiting for my boyfriend. He is going to make a phone call." I'm like, what?
Boyfriend. You mean they had already reached that point?
Going to make, yeah, I think they were. And even this guy, she waited for like the whole day till night. She had given him her shoes because he knew it was cold and she would need the shoes. It's like she gave him the shoes and she's like, "Take the shoes. We will bring them back as you come back. You bring them back."
Why did she give out her shoes?
I think it was she knew the danger because this guy had really gone. This guy was now by this time was in some other town, which was like a few like 10 kilometers away, and he was really going. But every time he looked at those shoes, he realized that girls was freezing. The guy was broken down. I watched this clip, man. I just watched it. I just watched it and just I'm like, this girl had faith. That's one thing in a person. I really love that. And the guy came back, and then
Because of the shoes.
just because of the shoes, and I think the guilt in him was burning. Finally, the girl asked him, "So, no more phone calls?" Mommy, she had still for all those hours. Remind me of that girl. Tell me.
So
That
wait.
guy.
No, just a moment. So literally, did you again meet this guy? Like,
I
did
did
you
I meet
explain?
him?
Like,
Do you know what the guy did? After him leaving, yeah? After him leaving,
hey,
he removed his DP. And I think he blocked me. Because when I tried calling him, he was unreachable. Unreachable. Till date. But okay, I stopped calling him some days back because, seriously, he's not even worth me anymore. He's not. And if there comes back, I'm going to skin him alive.
Well, let's expect him to be back in Kenzo.
I don't expect him to be back and let him not risk
but
come back.
but at first you felt like, man, this is the guy.
I had, he really fooled me to the point of being vulnerable to him that I even judged him, my personal
Part
life,
of you.
part of me. I felt so broken. I judged my
yeah,
friends. Cried.
Like, really sorry.
Remember which day was that?
That was 2 days after the Chambogo ball. I don't remember the date.
I remember. Wow.
But on that day of the ball, I met my high school bestie. She was studying from there. So just know we vibed, we moved around, we enjoyed the music, and she really, I didn't really have transport to bring me back.
From the ball.
Yes. Okay, maybe I didn't want to use it, but okay, I had spare that money for other stuff, but when she called me, because that very day I had a workshop at school. So after the workshop, she called me and she was like, "Where are you? Aren't you coming?" I didn't even think twice because she really made herself.
That much of a good friend.
Yeah.
And you had to be there for her.
Yes.
So in your story, there are two people. There is the good one,
Yeah.
and there is the bad one.
Yeah, now I'm jazzing with a good one.
Uh-huh.
So immediately she called us like, "I'm not wasting this chance. I have to go." Because it had been long since I last saw her, so I had to go.
Sister,
Yeah, I think she had become a sister from another mother.
part of you now.
Yeah. She has kind of my same vibes. So I met her, we vibed, and she bought me supper. Bambi. She was so open.
Give out a shout out to her now.
Kau, you haven't mentioned her name.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
she
she's a
is
good
called
friend.
Asimalin.
I see Marlene.
Yeah.
She's one of the listeners, I believe.
Yeah, she listens. Every time she listens.
Wow.
And I'm sure if she's listening right now, yeah, a big shout out to you. And thank you for looking out for me on that very day.
Nice. Neat.
Wow. Wow, that was really interesting.
Very touchy.
Oh, and she also sponsored my transport bag.
Wow. We're looking at the good friend
Good
here.
friend.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So that was really amazing. So, yeah, Louis,
Mm.
there's this thing in life that it always happens. Like it happens. Like normal life,
Mm.
you will find that we always conflict. Like
Man,
as you
always.
and your
Always.
friends, and like we will always, like we are human.
Yeah.
That happens.
It happens.
So I want us to dive into how do we navigating the conflicts that we have. Like, can you share a time when you faced a significant conflict with a friend, and how did you resolve it? This one goes to Louis.
So one time it was in Form 1. Very, I mean, these things are like just on the near man conflict resolving. Now, this one is where I failed to resolve the conflict well. So it was Form 1.
Mm.
And I had this friend. This friend had mood swings. He would say like this, for the 3 weeks I'm good. Then he plans. He's like, for these 3 weeks, we are going to play, we are going to do everything, we are going to chat. Then after those 3 weeks, he's like, now from today onwards, 3 weeks, no talking. I'm like, okay. At that time I was really playful. I'm like, oh, because I remember there's this one time in O level Form 1 when preps everyone was silent. Then I was looking at the silence and I'm like, no, this cannot go on. Prep was about to end and nothing was happening. So I moved from my corner of the class, I went to the other corner of the class. I fell to the ground and I did what soldiers do. I rolled. So I made a scour in class. Everyone was like, there's a way I fell and someone would think I'm possessed or something has hit me down. And then I'm over to my other corner. So I was really stubborn back then in my Form 1. Now this guy is telling me he won't talk to me. Like, bro, okay, easy. So first day I'm like, hey, yo man, good morning. He's quiet. I'm like, easy. The next day, till Friday, oh my, Friday I was like, this time, bro, just to prove him wrong that he couldn't keep quiet for that long. So I went to him, said, hey man, morning. I mean, it was good evening this time, and we were praying for something. We used to call it kata rice. We had that kata. I mean, you get your chipoli, you get your avocado, you mix up to just make your food lively. We're going for that. We had chikame. Chikame was football. We had
Those slangs.
I mean, I liked my O level so much. There was life there. So that was all in that evening. So before my evening began, I went to this guy. I'm like, bro, week tegenda kugwa nga twegede nange. Over, it's your stuff, man, I don't care. You have to say something. So I begin nagging him. He was so silent, I decided to just begin pushing him. Bro, kubuza. Good evening. What's up, man? How is your week? Just keep on pushing him. And then from nowhere, I just... Poof! From the blue, I found myself turning. I'm like, God, punched me.
You earned it.
I said, he punched me, like, seriously, he punched me. He's this guy who never used to react. It was some gentle guy, but that moment, the guy punched me. I'm like, God, hey, bro has punched me. I first looked at him, and then the dormitory turned. We were both quite on the level of 5. We both never fought, but at that moment, the guy slapped, either a punch or a slap. I don't know what it was. The dormitory all turned. People were making their kata. People were going for chikame football. And people turned. I'm like, eh. And they all looked at me. Eh, guy slapped me. This guy slapped me very fast and he was back sitting. I even didn't see him stand. What?
He was flashed.
"Jeez." I looked at him and oh my goodness. I went back, my evening died like that. I was really pissed. So came Monday morning. It was time to solve the conflict. What I had to do was revenge. I didn't beat. Just there are some few things I had done for him. I was still young, guys. From one. I just began. Give me my stuff. Give me my stuff.
Baby,
And
do
we
that.
didn't talk. I wasn't talking. I wrote a cheat. Man's baby to young a man. Just I feel like I dropped in his desk and I left. I walked away. Then after like a week he brought my stuff back. He didn't say anything, he didn't say sorry, he didn't say anything. I also phoned them the way I had placed that letter into his desk, just suddenly. Oh boy. I somehow felt guilty after that. Then that conflict was resolved when we were leaving Form 4. You guys were leaving Form 4. That's when we resolved that conflict. That's how bad conflict resolving was. But guys, let's...
Just a moment. Yeah, well, our new listeners, we welcome you to this podcast. Right now, we're talking about conflict navigation with our friends, and Louis is sharing a very nice story
Man, that story.
about how he resolved the conflict with his buddy. Like, yo, this was
For some story, man, it was just painful.
yeah, Louis. Let's go.
Man, so this guy, after him giving my things, I felt guilty. I asked for what I had given him. What kind of friend am I? So now it was time to find a way of solving our conflict. So I remember one time it was Easter. That was Form 2. Form 1 ended. That happened in first term Form 1. So the whole of Form 1 to the end, up to that time, not talking. Then we went into Form 2. Then Form 2 around Easter time. At that time, I was the worst person I can ever be. So I'm just myself there, minding my own business. It is Easter time. We're entering into Lent period. I think it was almost Easter Sunday. And this guy is like, bro, I'm sorry. I am first taken aback. I'm like, for what? I still had my grudge. Yes, I still had my grudge. It's like, I'm sorry. For what? Man, nakuba.
Did you still feel it up to that moment?
I had a grudge, but this time I was being taken aback. I'm like, sorry, but I'm the one who nagged you for a week. I mean, at that time, I'm like, but I'm the one. I didn't say it. Like, sorry, okay, sorry. For what? I slapped you. When? I knew very well what you was talking about. I knew so very well. But when? Man, you know, I slapped you that time. It was anger issues, blah, blah, blah. I said a lot of stuff. Like, okay. Like, he's a man, and he gave me more stuff that I actually didn't give him this time. It's like a sign of like he's really heartbroken. He gave me more stuff. So he gave me what I demanded of him last time. This time he brought more stuff. I'm like, hey. So now this thing gave me time to think about what? What has he done? I'm going to call him John. The name is still withheld. But bro, you're one of my best friends still now.
Wow.
I'm going to just tell him John. So John gave me more stuff, and I didn't do anything with this stuff. I just looked at him like, but you gave me myself back. Like, man, this is just sorry. I just realized this guy was becoming more Christian and more God loving, so he wanted to first solve all his problems with other people. So he came to me as a bro, I'm sorry. But I was from that time. Now I began a sequence of guilt from Form 2 all through to like Form 3 towards the end. I'm like, bro. Then that's when I also presented my side of the story. And I'm sorry, it's me who nagged you. Can you imagine? This is going on from Form 1 first term to Form 3.
Wow.
It was just kept on growing. Now Form 2, he changed that grudge into, now I looked at myself. And for that time, I was just feeling guilty. And this guy was a very good guy. Just feeling guilty till I couldn't bear it anymore. I'm like, bro, I'm sorry. for nagging you and you slapped me. He was shocked because this thing is like some years ago, I think 2 or even, because we're towards the end of Form 3. And at that time, I was also trying to make things right because my Form 3 was really bad. I was trying to gather myself out.
Mm.
I apologize to him, like, bro, I'm sorry. Ah, you guys,
Wow.
let's forgive ourselves. That's the best thing.
Indeed.
The best revenge is forgiving. And you
Indeed.
forget.
Wow.
That thing hurt me. It hit me, it hurt me, it changed me.
Wow.
I'm fine now.
I like that. It hit you, it hurt you, it changed you.
Yes.
Wow. That is really interesting. I'd like to also look at something very crucial. Like friendship and change. Like, have the friends you've had changed as you grow older? Do you feel like your childhood friends have changed, or they're still the same? Like, with that change, has it occurred to you?
Well, it has kind of occurred.
Mm.
Though I don't talk to my childhood friends at the moment. Because after us shifting from Kampala to Entebbe, I don't know. We all just got disconnected.
Mm.
So I don't have their contacts. I don't know where they stay at the moment. We're just there. But, have they changed? Have they changed? I can talk about the ones of O level. Yeah, the ones of O level. I remember I started off badly.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be a bad kid. People used to talk about me. That girl doesn't want to share her water bottle. You know, I went with a belief of, when you share your water bottle, you're sharing jams.
That's
Everyone is putting
selfishness.
the mouth.
You were disgusted by the thought.
I was so disgusted until I started sharing water, but using another cup. Or you bring your bottle. Yeah, I
Wow.
was like that. But, well, I started changing in my Form 3, and people started appreciating the change that happened in me. And I was so grateful. Though now in Form 4, I had this friend. I'll withhold her name. Yeah, but I considered her my best friend, who was so close. We used to sit together in class, all that. But she had some nice talent. So when she got cool friends, the ones that are in her league, I was not in her league because I didn't have a talent.
What was the talent?
Dancing.
Oh, but you look like a dancer.
I'm not a dancer, I'm a singer.
Okay, tell me more.
So I was not in her league. I was not among those cool friends, those rich ones. So I think that's how she felt. And she started distancing herself slowly by slowly until UNEB time, towards UNEB. So I think for her to keep the connection between us, she could just come for snacks.
Is that keeping connection?
I don't know what she called it, but
Jerry, what do you call that?
she could only come for snacks.
After VD.
Like that time towards UNEB, I think it was like after VD.
Oh my God.
Such friends.
Snacks only. But at first I used to endure it. But with time, I also distanced myself. And there was one time when
Payback.
she asked... One time she asked why I was distancing myself. I couldn't give her the answer. But I used to, I was so attached to her. She is the only friend. She is the friend that has taught me not to be so attached. Because you get so disappointed
In the end. Very true.
Though I care about my friends, but
Don't get attached.
I'm not going to go that deep. Because I went so deep with her, and when she started distancing herself, I felt so hurt. I used to cry. Can you imagine? I cried
Even
for that
worse.
girl. Now that I think about it,
It's something off, eh?
it's off.
I've
It's
also
weird.
I've also had friends change. Mine is that watched in childhood, you were really childish. When you grew up, I expected him to at least to have changed, but you mean you still keep the vibe. Guys change to the point that you think they are priests. Oh my goodness. Guys, I respect you. I respect you. I mean, I have no problem with you. Just move on, you guys. It's just respect. I had my childhood friend, oh, a very, very close childhood. I mean, like 3 years old. So I met him like last year. No, actually, this year at the beginning. After all those years, I expected him to still remember me. And my guys, I was so guy had he didn't even I remember I remembered at least his name, and I remembered we used to play games together. I loved being a soldier from then. So I so we used to play pistol games together,
So
but
that's why passion came
passion has
from.
been very, very, very long. But anyway, right now when I met him, the guy even didn't know any Louis. I was kinda touched, but I was like, he's a man, it's the time. It's the time. It's the time. Time has been long, but it's okay. But anyway, guy, people, friends do change. You also move
For the good and the bad.
for the good and the bad. It's all around. Jerry, what's your side of the story?
You're so quiet. Tell us something.
Well, my journey of having friends, not many of my childhood friends have changed.
Wow.
Like
Must be lucky.
I've kept my circle from way back. Shout out to all those guys.
Woo!
The likes of Mitch, Joshua, Gideon, like we've kept the circle, like
Kept intact, you guys. Nice.
yeah, we've kept intact, and it has been really nice. Whereby usually what we do, it's not very easy to keep friendships
Very
for long.
not easy.
Yeah.
But what we do is we created a platform, because all of us went into different walks of life, different universities. All of us work in different places. You find that, but one thing that stood out is we had a unifier that most of us did music.
Oh.
So most of us, like from way back, we're learning all these instruments together. So music became the binding force,
Mm.
whereby I knew that I am probably I'm going to play from somewhere. Like you don't even schedule to meet your buddy, but then all of a sudden you find
You are
yourselves
there.
on the same stage and you're like, yo, guy. And there's still that touch. So what we do as me and my friends, like we meet like every month if we can. We just go to the district. There's a place we call district down there.
Mm.
We go down there and maybe have some snacks, some like we
Just
we
be
keep
there to enjoy the life.
we
keep
we,
in
we
contact.
keep in touch. Like we just don't be like, okay, he was my friend, now I'm in a different place, I'm getting my other friends. It's very nice to have guys that you've grown up with,
Very, very.
like
Share
having
stories.
them, and you have
Memories.
memories. And I still look back at the pics that we had as we were growing, and I'm like, yo, tubu dewala.
Tudala.
But again, we are still here. Not a teenager tulaga. Like
Mm.
it is. We are not separating, but we are going very far.
That's nice.
So my friends have not changed much. I thank God that I've made even more friends. Like that has been really interesting. That I walk into a place and it's very rare for me to walk out without a new friend, a
friend.
new face. So I have been gifted with, like, I can make a friend.
Mm.
Even the person that you feel like, that guy, that person, Manya doesn't talk to people, what, it is easy for me to make friends. So I'm an introvert, but then I talk. I don't know how that happens. Like when you find me in my like
Moods.
you can find me. I have my different moods. Like you can find me all there, and I'm keeping quiet. Like you be like, this guy doesn't even talk. But then when you find me all jolly, it's a choice, and it's a choice I've taken
Yes.
all this time.
Make
Like
up and today.
I want to make peace with everyone. That is one thing that comes in mind.
Mm.
Like I really look out to making peace with everyone. So in my efforts to make peace with everyone, I feel like friendship is one way of like there are people that I talk to.
Mm-hmm.
This is weird. And we talk. You can even find us talking and dancing and we are laughing. But we don't even know our names.
That happens to me also.
Don't even
Someone
know our
told me
names.
that's what happens between you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is very easy for me to walk up. Like, let me say I'm going to play, let me say at all these different, let me say I have a show at Sheraton or something. And then I meet a guitarist or any guy. And then we talk, we laugh.
Just have a
But
topic and then all of a sudden.
Nah, like we don't even know our names.
Sometimes if you have to ask the name in the end. I personally don't ask the name in the
I
end.
said, don't.
What about the contact?
I look for means of finding out
At
their
least I
name.
have to be near the friends. Hey, John. Oh, look. Right, look, man.
That
nice
is when
time
you get
meeting
it. So like, there are mob times like I have met people, and we talk,
No
we
name.
laugh, but the truth is, I don't know. Like I don't even know their names, and it has been a joy. Like I like making friends, and I thank God that all these friends have kept coming. They come in, and then you filter, of course. There are those that you won't keep because of their different attributes. Like yeah, so but then yeah, I've made good friends. I've met good people. I've met bad people,
Mm-hmm.
and it has all been like life and learning. Like I've learned through all this. So my journey of friendship has been a very nice one. I really love my friends. I love you all. So I want us to talk about something small. Like, how do you celebrate your friends? How do you celebrate your genuine friends? Leave alone, eh? There are those people back then. Okay, let me go first.
Mm.
So, my birthday
Mm.
happens to be this very month, eh? So in 2020, what I remember, it was during COVID time. So we used to have recordings at church,
Mm.
where we record everything that is streamed on Sunday, we pre-record it. So this time round, like my birthday came, and then remember that time we were home a lot, and then you wake up and be like, okay, now today what am I doing?
At home.
So this time round, it was my birth week, but I think it just didn't come in mind. I had
Kind of
I forgot. But during this time, I don't know how my friends really did it, but they looked for a way of making my day special. And I really thank them for that. Like I was at home, so these guys be like, you know what, Jerry, we are having a recording at church. Hurry and come to church.
On your day and you didn't know.
On my day, I was like, man, I just don't know, but I had forgotten it was my birthday. So I get to church. They had put up a cassette up, manya what. So I'd be like, yeah, I think it is a recording. So I'm like, yeah, we actually even play co. And then as we're there, this nigga comes, he's called Nathan. So he's like, bro, you know what? Let's first go to my home. And then I need you to check my bass guitar, manya what. He's a bassist. So when he told me, it didn't even like I don't know how.
You just what?
I was
Clueless.
How?
like it was no more. It was
It was
just like
another
any
day.
other day. So getting to this guy's home, I went in. They put it in a way that I even went into the sitting room, past the sitting room, went into his room, and then I was checking out the guitar, manya, what. So in that time that
They
I
were
was
in
there,
the sitting room doing
like
something.
guys were my sisters, like they were all there. Like
Bro, the love, eh?
I was like, what?
That
So
love.
I was still in the room. Like it took like I was there for like 10-15 minutes, walking back into the
Sitting
room that I literally found normal.
Empty.
It was like, yo, Jerry, happy birthday. I was like, I felt so special.
Wow.
So
So you had to feel
I really
special.
thank God for my friends. They celebrated me. I can't forget that day. So how do you celebrate your
Me
friends?
celebrating my friends.
Yeah.
I usually check on them.
Eh?
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, you guys, this is not something small. yes, when it's their birthdays. I didn't grow up doing birthday stuff. Okay, my mom and dad, the birthdays we celebrated there. So I thought it's my mom, dad thing kind of thing. So me personally, when I was growing up to a level, I saw these things of birthdays. Then I associate wishing for birthdays. So yes, I do check them out when it's their day. But usually I always want to keep in touch. And I think my friends can testify. I try. I remember someone I tried to talk to you. Well, if you block me, I sometimes intend to keep on. I realize is there sometimes I try too much, but I'm that person who can try that much. Asuza, how about you?
I think I'm even worse than you. Because I've also grown up not celebrating birthdays that much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. But birthdays are not that common in our home. But yeah, I do check on them and all that. Yeah, I check on them and sometimes I gift them if I'm with the resources to gift. Yeah. And most times I show up. I show up for you. Yeah. Because sometimes I don't know. Moods just happen.
You're
and
the mood
I just
swingers. Eh?
decide not to show up. But for my friends, I love showing up for them. I love being there for them, even when they don't need me at the moment.
Eh.
Yes. Sometimes I just want to disturb
You
you.
risk being too much.
Yes. Yeah.
That is really interesting. That is really, really interesting. I'm liking this conversation. How I wish we could go on and on. Like, this friendship topic is a very big topic. Like, it is huge. We get to talk about, like, the change. We get to talk about stuff like the mental health, the role of vulnerability in this whole thing of friendship. But man, we can't exhaust it all today.
We
And
can't.
Yeah, it's
I really thank you all, my listeners, for coming in. You guys are doing great. We like you guys, and thank you for liking and subscribing
and sharing too.
and sharing. Yeah. Yeah, we really thank you for doing all that. And Louis, what do you have to say to our listeners as we end this show?
Usually, I think it's one same message as I say every day. Guys, let's pray for each other. We all need to get to heaven. True. Guys, forgive and forget. That's my message for you people.
Well, as for mine, please try to show up for your friends. Try to check on them because not everyone is always okay.
Yeah.
So check on them, show up for them, and all will be well.
That is really nice. We thank you all, our dear listeners. Thank you for tuning in. So as we wrap up today's heartfelt discussion on friendship, hope you found inspiration and connections in the stories shared. Friendships are truly an act of love and experiences woven with laughter, support, challenges, and growth. They remind us that we are not alone on this journey of life. Today we explored the foundations of what makes friendships meaningful, the importance of friends, and how we navigate through the complexities that arise. Remember, it's the effort we put into our friendships that often determines their strength and longevity. As you reflect on your own friendships, consider reaching out to a friend today, whether it's so to express gratitude, resolve a misunderstanding, or simply to share a laugh. I really like doing that with my friends.
Yeah.
Let's cherish and nurture these bonds as they play a vital role in our emotional well-being and personal growth. Well, thank you all for listening and joining us on this episode of the Heart Talk, where we're discussing friendships. If you enjoyed our conversation, please subscribe, share with your friends, and leave us a review. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences with friendship. So feel free to connect on our socials that we'll be sharing soon.
Very soon.
Until next time, remember that love in its forms is a journey worth exploring. Embrace the connections in your life and keep the conversation going. Take care, and we'll see you on our next episode. It's been me,
Bye-bye.
your host,
Bye.
Jerry,
Love you all.
Louis, and Jedida.
Yeah.